Trey's good morning. Money Monday, baby. It is 10:40 Monday morning. I'm Scott Andrews. Thank you for watching Scotty's Trading. So what this will sort of be how the market's opened type update and just, some potential trade ideas. Now, I did go over it Sunday pretty in depth. No video Saturday, but Saturday would have pretty much been what I did Sunday, but I combined into two videos. Now, what I will say is the Euro US dollar, I obviously did short this, held this position for 3.5 weeks or so, early May into, I think it was 31st of May. So what I would say now is, Monday morning, even if I was to do this full time, I would just do this. I would check to see, because as from a trend trader's perspective, this isn't a buy trade. I mean, yes, there was a bounce seen, but the prevalence of it going sideways is higher, in my opinion, from what I've seen with tracking a lot of price action, a lot of data, than it just sort of taking off. Now that could happen. If it takes off, you're gonna have to see a big move to signify a change of trend. So I understand this is not for everyone, me saying a lot of waiting, but that's what suits my personality a bit more. I'm not sort of about being in and out of the markets really quickly. I find I don't really respond too well to that. I'm just not psychologically strong enough to deal with the madness that is, the lower time frames. But just from an hourly perspective, and I will go down the hourly, I don't trade it yet. I am back testing it a little bit with some strategies. Trend trading focused, but more intraday trends and taking those. But that's more of a day off strategy, which I could actually implement once a month. Once a month I get 5 days off. So I work 7 nights straight, which I'm just coming off. So I had a bit of a sleep in today. Oh man, and I've got a bit of a cold, it feels like, as well. So, and then today is the 5 days off. So, because you have to be watching the charts. With the 4 hour, you don't. So that's what I'm saying. You can monitor things a bit easier. So that's the euro, though. Again, there's no trade for me there. Let's just see the Aussie dollar. I'm just sort of curious to see how it's open for the week. Oh wow, okay, it's interesting. Now, I've said this time and time again in regards to Mondays. Now, I won't take a trade Monday because the move is typically made on Monday is the opposite of what will happen for the rest of the week. This is very interesting, though. I have said before, if price can get to 76 again. Now, I might refer this to Connor. He's a bit of a breakout type guy. And, the 4 hourly, is it uptrending? Well, I mean, this would be a higher high right here. If we can get, what are the highs there? What was the high? 76.0. Yeah, so, it's pretty much there. So if this 4 hour candle can close, it's interesting. It's a point of interest. It's not a setup. It's not anything like that. It's at the 55-day moving average. It's 20. I'll just implement the 55-day moving average to see where that is. Hope everyone had a great weekend as well. Very productive. Alright, so, well, recently it has been uptrending, so I might get rid of that 20. So I like, as you can see, I like clean charts. I will need to draw the support and resistance in. Let's do that actually. So what am I meaning when I say support and resistance? So we go to the weekly time frame. I'm just going to have to sip my coffee here. So I just click the weekly time frame, and for the people who are curious, like this looks very complicated, I have a series on how to backtest and how to use this platform MetaTrader 4. It's extremely easy. They make it extremely easy. If you can use a smartphone, like you have that level of coordination with your fingers and whatnot, you can do this. So don't get intimidated. Is there a lot of shady stuff in Forex? Absolutely. You have to be aware of that, and I've talked about that in my Forex scams video as well. But I have no financial background. That's why there's a risk disclaimer in the description section. These are just my opinions. I'm not a professional financial advisor or anything like that. I don't claim to be. You don't have to be. And just because you are doesn't mean, you're going to be right and dictate where the market goes. You have to respond to what the market is telling you. So a lot of people, think that they have the education and whatnot. That's all well and good, but the price is, is what the price is. It's not what you think, And then if it reverses heavily against you, and you have the ego to say, "Oh, I'm right," I mean, it's just going to, financially ruin you. So you have to be very humble and be aware that, you don't really know a lot. It's just, you just have to adapt and respond to what the market sort of gives you. Now, in regards to trend trading, I'm a trend trader, so there's always trends. Now, the weekly is interesting, but I'm just going to go to the line chart. I'm sorry if I went off on a tangent, guys. So let's get some support and resistance. So I like the top, 81. 81 was hit. It was actually hit. Yeah, I traded that at the start of the year. I traded that run up. And we'll go to the low. So you just want to get your parameters fixed straight away. So it's your top and your bottom. And now we go to, it's a zone, so it's just sort of like here, like at 77 and 80. I think 80 is 79. And you want it to be around 200 pips or so. So determine the pips, go to the crosshairs. So you ignore that fourth decimal place. So that's 1. If I can get some steadiness in the head, 192. We'll round it up, 192. So you don't want to be too close together though. And now when I'm referring to a zone, I mean it will, it doesn't have to necessarily touch it. It's just a point where price has memory and then it will respond to it. Not all the time though necessarily. So you've just got to be aware of that though. Like you wouldn't buy right into here because it's, you know what I mean? You just wouldn't do that. You would wait to see if it breaks out and then take it. Or I wouldn't say it's selling opportunity. I mean, I'd be selling it down here because it's proven that it wants to go down. It's not just like chopping about. So again, though, the more backtesting you do, the more familiar you get with the patterns in the price action, the better it is. Okay, and then maybe some support here at 71. I thought 80 was maybe not. No, I'm not gonna. And there's a little bit of resistance down here at 73. So look, those are my zones of support and resistance. So this is interesting though. We're going to watch this. See, that's why it's so important to watch the candle close. When I'm referring to a candle, so the candle is the body here. There's a low, there's a high, and this is just how it's printed on the screen. I don't understand the programming architecture, but this is what it is, and it will tell you what's going on. So I mean, this candle will close, gosh, I think 1 p.m. I believe it's 1 p.m. So that candle's going to close, and then it will give you an idea of potentially what the market's doing. So if it closes near the high, so that closes near the high, there's not much of a wick. The top there is the high. The close is going to be where the candle closed. So that right there is the close. Okay, where the actual candle finishes, and that wick on top is the high. So that's why you want to wait, because something like this is bad. Okay, so it might be printing like this, and then an hour later, and it closes like this. Don't take that as a buy trade. But I like to buy into strength, and strength would be the candle closing near its high, and I'll sell on a weakness. That's what I do. So it's counterintuitive to most people, but that's what I've tested and I've found is effective. So I've gone on a mega tangent, and I apologize for just seeing the time on the video. But I got a bit of free time today, so I just like to clarify a few things for beginner traders who, you can trade the news and everything like that, but you have to understand, you still need that understanding, because I mean, you don't just buy a news thing, because the professional trades could already know about the news and the move's already been made, and then it reverses. So you have to understand, where do I put my stop loss? Is it wide? I would say if you're trading lower time frames, there's going to be manipulation. So, the broker will target your stops if it's really tight, So, and it's not fair, and life isn't fair. So you have to be aware of that. You're not going to make easy, quick money from signals or whatever. Signals come and go. Signals come and go. Okay, you should learn how to trade. Who knows? The guy could be a fraud that you're paying money to. It's very important to learn how to trade for yourself. Okay, because like I just said, these signals come and go, and they don't have good risk management. They're diabolical. Okay, what they're about is quick money. And you can make quick money for a month, 2 months, a year, and just on a lucky streak. And then it all comes crashing down. And you're like, wow. And you have nothing. You haven't learned anything. You've just got nothing to go to fall back on. So it's just, to me, that's why I preach the back testing. Okay, I learned that from institutional traders. Walter Peters, look up his forum. What does he charge? He charges like $150 a month. He has maxed out his forum at 1,000 members. You can't join now. So do the maths, man. Obviously there's some merit to what he's saying, and it's not broadly talked about. What's broadly talked about is making quick money, which is cancerous, to be honest, because that's not how the world works. But anyway, enough of a rant from me. But USD nothing on. So look, the main watch that I still have is the pound US dollar as a potential sell trade. Nothing really on. The Aussie dollar as a buy trade, actually. If this has to keep moving though, and I want it to close near here, consolidate, and then make another move tomorrow. So no trades today, and Euro Aussie potentially is a sell trade. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Sorry for the tangent. But again, if you want any info, please leave a comment in the description section. Flick me a message on Gmail, scott.andrews275@gmail.com, or Twitter at TradeTalkPippin. Scotty's Trading on Instagram. And I'm happy to help, guys. I pride myself on getting back to everyone. Obviously, not a lot of people message me. It's a small channel. But again, thanks for watching. Bye for now.